Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going to do a very quick video and it's really a process video. I'm just going to take you through the process of collecting together pages and ephemera for a journal and how I come up with my themes for my journals. So I've got a helper today, she's my little tripod. So that's why she's only got one front leg. But she wants to help today and nibble my fingers. Okay. So I've got a bit of a cold, but I thought I'd just quickly turn the camera on while I was doing this. So I like to batch make covers. So I've recently, or before Christmas last year, I made a whole load of covers ready to fill. And these covers, I didn't have any predetermined themes for them. I just either liked the paper or the fabric that I used to cover them. And once they were done, then I thought, right, okay, I'll come up with themes for those. So these are the 5 covers I got. There's this one, there's this one. These are all based on Nick's this one and this one. So these are all based on Nick's Saffie. These are all based on Nick's Scholar's Ledger and Ladies Handbook. So some of them are fabric covered, a couple of them are fabric, the 3 others are paper. So once I'd done these, I thought, right, I'm going to come up with themes for these. So this one that I'm just preparing for now is called Bees and Amber, and this one is inspired by a poet, Ella Wilcox, and I have 3 of her, sorry, I do have another one somewhere. I have 3 of her beautiful leather-bound 1920s or early 1900s poetry, books of poetry. They're all leather, little leather, beautiful leather covers. So this kind of inspired me for this one. I've wanted to do a journal based on her for a while. So I thought this cover really kind of, I think it suited this theme. It looked like it could belong to a poet. And so this is the cover I've chosen for this. I wanted to include pages out of the Bees and Amber book in the journal. So what I've done to start doing here is going to have 5 signatures. So I've started collecting the pages to go in the signatures. I'm going to have, I think, 9 sheets in each signature. So this one, as you can see, has the page from the poetry book, and then I've got a couple of blank sheets of tea-dyed music sheets, ledger paper. There's a bit of a map there. Some of Nick the Booksmith's beautiful eco dyeing pages, and also her Ode to a Bee kit, which I've purchased, and using pages for that in here, clearly with the bee connection. And then also her collage journal spreads as well. I've purchased those, and I'm going to include those as well. Come on, pussycat, come on. Here's a good girl. So this is what I do first, is I collect the pages that I would like to have in the journal, and I use Mrs. Cogg's fantastic idea of using a little peg to clip them all together. So those are my 5 signatures, and of course I've got to trim them down. They're all different sizes at the moment. So I would do that, and then for the ephemera and the embellishments that I will put into the journal, I also scour the internet and come up with various. Come up with a picture of Ella, so I'm going to be including her. I've got some tags, and I thought this would have a bit of a botanical look to it as well, being a poet, and she liked flowers and things like that, so it is going to have a bit of a botanical feel to it. I'm going to use a scan of the book Bees and Amber that I have. I've scanned the cover. This is available actually on my Etsy store if you want it. But I'm going to make a little notebook out of the covers. This is going to be glued onto a card to make the cover, and then I'm just going to fill it with blank tea-dyed paper as a little notebook, which will go into the journal. Then I go through this box, which is a box that I keep of ephemera that I've already made. So I do have these kind of sprees of making ephemera and tags and pockets and what have you. So I'll go through this, and I mean, I've got a lovely bee-themed bookmark here, which will probably go in there as well. I've got lots of botanical tags and stuff like that, which will go really nicely in this journal as well. So I'll pick through this, decide what bits and pieces I want to include in this journal. I then may make a few more pieces just to so a bit more themed. There's some fabric scraps in there that I use for maybe putting tabs onto the pages and things like that. So I'll go through that box. Just a few organisation tips. While I'm here, I'm going to have a sip of coffee. That's better. This is my vintage paper book pages box basket. So this is, I put all of the antique books that I buy, recent purchases in Paris, in a flea market here. So this is just full of vintage book pages. As you can see, some bits are half almost finished, but that's just full of that kind of stuff. So I keep, that's really handy. I also bought these, which are brilliant. These are from Daiso. They're about £1 or $1.50. And because they keep everything flat, and they also fit, so you can see this, they also fit into a magazine file. There's a, I think once I print out a lot of, you know, vintage paper, and print it out on tea-dyed paper and then cut it all up, and I keep that in one of these, so it keeps it nice and flat and together. So whenever I'm doing a journal, I would go through this to see what I want to pick out from there. I use one of these files for keeping printed, like this eco paper, and also some of Nick's beautiful marbled paper. That all goes in one of those as well. And the other one in here, sorry, the magazine rack fits 3 of these. This one has just a whole stack of plain printed tea-dyed paper. And the great thing is it keeps it nice and flat. And in actual fact, my new tea or coffee dyeing technique that I've used from Wendy, which is painting the pages, I don't even have to iron them. So that's a great thing. I just finish them and stick them all in here, and it just keeps them nice and flat. I also keep other stuff. I've got 3 folders here full of things like that. And then the way I keep my project stuff together while I'm working on a project, again, I saw this idea. Someone was using this for something. I don't know, I'm just organising their stuff. These are from IKEA, if you can see this. This is seeing in camera. I've got a couple of these, and I call these my project boxes. So this is the one for Ella. So in here I've got the cover, I've got the smaller stuff I want to use. I'm going to be putting the ephemera I pick out into these little boxes here. In the back box here I can now put all of my pages that I have. I'm going to put them in the back there. So now I've got, this is my current project box, and I've got another one which I'm going to fill with one of the other books, and then I'll just work on, I usually work on 2 books at a time, or even 3 sometimes. So now I've gathered together the pages and ephemera for this one, I'll do the same for the others, and then I'll just flip between the 2. It means I don't get bored. It means I don't know why, but I just very rarely work on one thing at a time. But these I thought were great little like project boxes, and I put them on the floor, I can put them on my shelf, whatever. So that was just a very quick process and an organisation video that I thought I'd just share with you.